CDG, have I done any stress testing comparing the performance of Allianz and National Life Group or others, like running each at 70% of their respective AG49A max rates? You'd be interested to know if Allianz still wins. I have not done that. There's a reason I haven't really done that. When I do the illustrations, we get to see the guaranteed values. We get to see the current values, and we get to see something in between. I don't consider running the illustrations at just a lower value a stress test, because realistically, if something goes wrong in these policies, if the indexes don't perform, we're going to do some things to mitigate this. So when I look at these policies, I'm looking at the overall policy charges with the way that I design it. How can I minimize those costs at the beginning and throughout the life of the policy? If an index isn't performing, I will get out of that policy. We can do a 1035 exchange. I might just change the index options within that policy if the overall product is a good product. The only problem is the index isn't performing. I may just reduce the death benefit. I may bring the costs down. So if for some reason the insurance company, or let's say all insurance companies, decide to start raising the rates of the underlying insurance, we can just reduce the death benefit as long as we have that space and not cause a mech. So there are things that we can do inside these policies to mitigate if there's problems that happen. So that's why I don't really stress test them. I want to go with the product that gives me the most opportunity and looks like, according to the illustrations that we've got, has the lowest costs. And Allianz gives me the ability to design these with a lower cost than the other ones. A lot of that is just because of the blend that it allows. When it comes to blending in, and I've got a video coming out talking about blended IULs, but that'll come out next week while I'm on vacation. When we blend IULs, we blend base face amount with some supplemental term insurance, sometimes called additional protection benefit. There's all kinds of names, but it's just additional annual renewable term insurance. And the reason we blend those two is because the base face amount pays a commission and the supplemental term does not pay a commission. So we're able to reduce the underlying costs in that policy. Most carriers will limit us to a 2-to-1 ratio or 3-to-1 ratio. Mutual of Omaha, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So if I've got 100,000 death benefit that pays a commission, I can blend in 200,000 that doesn't. Some other carriers, like National Life, lets me do a 3-to-1 ratio. In fact, most carriers allow a 3-to-1 ratio. That means 100,000 death benefit pays a commission, 300,000 that doesn't, 400,000 total death benefit. This is the type of blends that allow us to reduce the cost in the policy. Allianz lets me do way more than any other carrier. I can blend in 10 times that base premium. So I can do a $100,000 death benefit, and I can blend in a $1 million on top of that. So I make the same commission, whether I sell $100,000 death benefit or 1.1 million. And by limiting that commission, that brings those underlying costs down at the beginning of the policy by quite a bit, boosting the cash values and the amount that you're able to grow the policy. We manage the policy later on down the road by keeping the death benefit down. So that cost of insurance matters as you get older. Now, when we put those blends in, we can see what those costs are in the policy. So I'm comparing, when I'm looking at National Life and Allianz or other carriers, I'm comparing the cost of that insurance as I get older in the policy. Now, of course, there's going to be different max guarantees, how much they can adjust those rates. They're not going to be very much different, though. So as long as those underlying cost of insurance is good, I'm happy with that carrier. I know I can mitigate my costs. I like Allianz. That's the one that I like right now. That's my favorite one.
I hope you found value in today's video. If you'd like to find out more about IUL and whole life, check out these videos right over here, and we'll see you next time.
Now go maximize your cash flow.